you do not need to be perfect to find love. The question that I truly would like for you to ask yourself is, if love found you, who would you be? Who would you become? Will I ever find love? Will love actually come my way? I know love exists and I know that people are finding their life partners, but will I find my life partner? Who will I journey in this life with? If you've been thinking about these questions or reflecting on these questions, well, this video is for you. And I want to first and foremost say that I would love for you to be compassionate with yourself. I would truly be grateful if you were kinder with yourself. People will make it a point to make you feel like you are a problem because you are not partnered with somebody. Particularly when you're entering the ages of 30 and 14, it's like, as a woman, like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on there? And you have to remember that to be loved requires the will of another human being. And you cannot control that. You can do your part, but you can't cause another human being to love you. And so when people begin to pressure you, and when people begin to put their expectations on what your life trajectory is meant to look like onto you, I want you to bear that in mind. What are you saying to yourself when society tells you that you are meant to be in a relationship and you're not? The question that I truly would like for you to ask yourself is, if love found you, who would you be? Who would you become? There are various streams of love. There are various streams of love. Love is not a scarce commodity. Love is actually truly abundant. And it comes in various forms. The source from God. The love that we show ourselves. The streams from our family, our friends, in various relationships, our siblings, our communities. And I want you to assess holistically all your streams of love. Before you even think about will I ever find love, I want you to look holistically about the love that already exists in your life. Because the moment you engage in the realm of dating and courtship, or the pursuit of finding love and relationship and intimacy from a place of fear, you're going to reap fear and avoidance and scarcity. So some of the things to look out for and observe and to question yourself and to reflect upon. How is my relationship with God? How is my relationship with the source of love? What is my connectivity with that relationship? Do I truly believe that I am unconditionally loved by Him? What is my practice of love on this earth? How do I serve other people? What do my spiritual disciplines look like? How well do I practice rest and Sabbath? Have I become a serial dater to the point that there is no breathing room to truly reflect on the kinds of relationships that I'm forging? When you reflect on your relationship with yourself and and how you nurture your own love, how clean is your environment? Look at your room, look at your house, look at your apartment. How clean is the space? Are you creating an environment that is welcoming that energy of love? When you look at your physical health and how you treat your temple, is it reflective of a person that truly loves himself? Are you committed to the things that you said that you are so deeply passionate about and the things that you said that you want to put out in the world? How well are you holding your own self accountable on your self-development journey? We have all these expectations for other people, but what expectations do we have for ourselves? How healthy is your self-talk? Has the fact that romantic love has not come your way just yet in the way that you would like caused you to become so critical and mean and bitter and negative when you speak about yourself? just so you have a greater thing to work on than being out there dating or trying to court anybody. When you observe your relationships, do they reflect the person that you say you are? Do you display the love languages of your friends to them? Are you communicating your boundaries and creating templates with the people that are closest to you? Because these relationships that are near and dear to us provide a foundation of the kind of lover that we are going to be. They give us an opportunity to fine-tune our practice of love. Lovers will always find love. True lovers will always find love. Because true lovers believe that love is available to them. True lovers believe that love is abundant. You create an abundant love life by being intentional with your practices of love. Because we reap what we sow. And many a times we think because we're depositing into all these dating relationships, it's going to come in that way. Actually, the way that you're sowing into your friends, the way that you're sowing into your family, the way that you're sowing into yourself, the way that you're sowing into the relationship that you have with God, that is what is building the lover that you are. That is what is creating the attractive force, the reputation that you're truly a lover. You have to look for love to find love. You have to look for love to find love. Many a times we are told that, it will come when it comes. Don't worry. It comes when you least expect it. Where did this lack of intentionality arise? When it comes to finding a relationship, finding a life partner, where did this lack of intentionality come from? We can be intentional about finding a job. We realize that we have to put in work to build a business. We realize that we have to put in work to raise children. We realize we have to put in, but when it comes to dating and finding a life partner, it's just going to fly down from heaven. And when I refer to the concept of looking for love, what I mean is that you have a heart that is truly open to receive love and to give love. Many a times we're saying that we are looking for love and we want to find our life partner, but we've actually opened our hearts up, ready for disappointment, rejection, and abandonment. And yes, there is a risk of love. We cannot eradicate the risk of love because the person has to choose you and you have to choose that person too. But we don't set a foundation of readiness for disappointment, because ultimately in the process of you collating data and creating an informed decision as to the person that you're going to choose to go on a journey of dating and courtship to get into a lifelong committed relationship, you have to use that information and on the premise that if this person never changes ever again, I am happy and content with this. We're spending more time preparing to avoid vulnerability and the courage of offering ourselves. And so how will true intimacy be built? How will true connection be built if you're running away from the intimacy that you say you long for? And if that's where you are, that's fine. But you have to build trust with yourself before you continue to engage with this risky, murky area called dating. You have to trust your own judgments. You have to trust that when you go out and you are forthcoming and you are collating data on another human being, that you're doing so objectively. That you're not contaminating your data through desperation or through inappropriate, or through a lack of boundaries. That is creating confusion as to what you are trying to achieve. What are you filling your mind with? What content are you consuming around love? I want you to look out for some mentors who have been in a long-lasting, healthy relationship and to study them. And to say, I desire in this season of my life to find a life partner. What qualities do I need to look out for? Glean from the wisdom of those who have gone before, who are in a true relationship that has stood the test of time, and stop listening to people who have nothing good to say about relationships and building that as something to hold on to, so you know what red flags to look out for. What green flags are you looking out for? Too many of us are clear on what we don't want, but not clear on what we do want. We also have to embrace the tension of the timing that we hope that things were going to unravel and unfold for us and our reality. Give yourself the space to grieve. The expectation that you were going to come out of uni and you were going to find your life partner in 2 years and you were going to have the baby. Grieve all of that. Surrender that. Let it go. And embrace consciously what is available to you right now. Accept your current reality. Accept the beauty in your current reality. But also accept the disappointment from what you felt life was going to look like and how things have unfolded. It's okay. You have room for that. But what you're not going to do is rush finding a life partner. It's a very dangerous game to move from a place of desperation when it comes to the person who's going to determine your destiny. And I would like to ask you, are you living authentically? Are you living from a place of integrity, true to your genuine values, passions, desires, longings? You are more likely to attract love when you're moving on this earth from a place of alignment, because you know yourself. You know what your belief systems are. You're not engaging with people from a confused state. You know what you want. You embrace your strengths. You embrace your weaknesses and all your imperfections. And you're not trying to hide them. Yes, you're working on certain things, but you're not going out here trying to hide them in fear of judgment and rejection. No, because because you know who you are. You are assertive. You are able to go on dates and express your belief systems and your values openly. And the quicker you can be like, we just don't work, the better. Because you create space for the person that you're aligned with. You create room for the person that is meant for you. Many a times we're so gobsmacked that everybody don't like us. What did you do? Are you living a passionate life? A life that exudes your hobbies, your interests, your values. You're more attractive when you're doing you. Are you participating in activities that increase your joy? When you go on dates, you have things of value to share. You're living a whole life. You're not putting your life on pause for anybody. You've come in with standards. It's not easy. It's not easy. And this is not a quest to another self-development. Let me become more perfect before I find... You do not need to be perfect to find love, but you do need to have trust and hope that you will find love. Because ultimately, you're reaping what you're sowing. And too many people are in the dating scene sowing their fear and hoping for love. Too many people on the dating scene sowing fear and hoping for love. That exchange will never, ever manifest. True lovers will always find love. But I want to encourage you to be intentional with your pursuit. Because when you know where you stand, you know who can stand beside you. You know who can stand in front of you. You know who can stand behind you. Thank you for listening. And if you truly enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and encourage each other, one another. And in the comments below, I really want us to answer the question, if love found us, who will we become? And what are we waiting for?